Solving rational functions can be very difficult and time-consuming if you don't follow the right procedure. And by right, I mean the quickest procedure. If you solve a rational equation, you're going to want to look and see what is the least common denominator of all the terms. You also are going to want to check your solutions to make sure that the denominator doesn't equal 0. If you look at a couple examples here, first of all, solving for the first one, you want to actually get rid of that x in the bottom. So you want to do the same thing to both sides. I put big parentheses down, show that I'm multiplying by x. Therefore, you're going to have x squared plus 10 is equal to 7x. At this point, you're going to want to get everything on the right side. And so subtract 7x from both sides and factor the left side, check your answers. The second one, what I would do is, you could do it a couple different ways. An easy way to do it is to subtract this term on both sides. So you could get 3b equals negative 2b minus 4 all over b minus 3. These are the same denominators. You could subtract them. And then at this point, you could cross multiply. Now, that's just one way to do it. The second way to do it would be to actually do the same approach as the first one and multiply by b times b minus 3 on both sides. So I'm just giving you an option in terms of what to do in this particular case. You could do the blue method or you could do the purple method, and this would be cross multiply. This would be distributing this through to both of those terms, and you would see the b minus 3's would cancel, and then you'd go to the second one, you'd see the b's would cancel and distribute through. Going back to this one. Now, in this case, you're going to see that you have a 2 minus x in the bottom. You don't want that because it's in a different form here. So the way that you can change that is to pull out a negative sign. So by doing that, that's going to be negative, and you're now going to have an x minus 2. So when you distribute the negative sign through, you're going to get negative x plus 2, which is the same thing up above it. Now at this point, you can see that there are 3 different denominators, and in order to clear all of those denominators, you would have to multiply both sides by those all of those denominators. So you would look at multiplying by x plus 1 times now x minus 2 times x minus 1, and do the same thing on this side. X plus 1, x minus 2, and x minus 1. And when you multiply those through, again, what you would see on this side is the x minus 1's would cancel, and then you'd be left with multiplying these 2 times 3. Similarly, x minus 2's would cancel, and you'd be looking at multiplying these 2 times negative 7. And then go ahead and solving. Again, I'm focusing on the first step as that's the most crucial step. This one here, you're going to, again, have 3 terms. So you're going to multiply both sides by 4 times x plus 3. No way around it. You really have to be able to multiply both sides by the same thing, and then it's all about distributing. Again, what you're going to want to remember is you want to check answers to make sure that you don't get a 0 in the denominator.